What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to share with you 3 recent returns, and there is actually a common theme with all 3 of the people in this video today. And that common theme is all 3 of these individuals were drafted in the 1990s in the first round by the respective teams. So the first one I'm going to share with you is postmarked from San Diego, California, and it is former first round pick of the Kansas City Royals, Joe Vitiello, or Joe Vitiello. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I always thought it was Vitiello on 1, 2. This is a third Major League card with him and Bob Hamlin, and a 4th classic draft pick card. And if you guys recall, a little while back, I picked up a huge lot of these cards right here, and I'm trying to collect this entire set signed. So glad to add Joe to the signed set. So let me tell you about Joe Vitiello and his career in baseball. Joe, a Massachusetts native, was actually drafted by the New York Yankees in the 31st round of the '88 draft. Joe decided not to sign in the 31st round and instead decided to go to the University of Alabama to play college baseball. Well, by Joe doing this moved his draft status way up the chart, and in 1991, he was selected in the first round, 7th overall by the Kansas City Royals. So he went from 31st round to first round, 7th overall. So the 21-year-old signed with the Royals, and he was assigned to their High A affiliate. After a short time in High A, he was promoted to Double A in that 1991 season, and he finished out the year combined with a .255 batting average his first year of pro ball. His next year, he spent the entire season in High A, where he appeared in 115 games and posted a .283 batting average with 8 home runs. His promotion in 1993 yielded 117 games, posting a .288 batting average and a power number of 15 home runs that year. The following year, in 1994, he was promoted to Triple A, and he made an appearance in 98 games, batting .344 with 10 home runs in AAA that year. And my guess would be that if it wasn't a strike-shortened season in '94, Joe would have made his Major League debut. After the strike ended and 1995 resumed, on April 29th, 1995, Joe made his Major League debut for the Kansas City Royals. That year in 1995, he would split time appearing in 53 games for the Royals at the Major League level and also 59 games in AAA for the Royals that season. In 1996, it would be a very similar season where he would spend 85 games in the majors and 36 games in AAA for the Royals. 1997, this is starting to sound familiar, he would appear in 51 games at the Major League level and appear in 13 games as a part-time player at the Major League level and 13 games in AAA that year in 1997 for the Royals. Well, in 1998, he would spend primarily the entire season with the Royals AAA affiliate, but would appear in 3 games for the Royals in 1998. 1999 was more of the same, where he would spend 122 games in AAA for the Royals. He actually posted a .318 batting average and cracked 28 home runs in 1999 for the Royals AAA, but the Kansas City stats weren't there, where he batted just .146 in 13 games for the Royals that year in 1999. After the 1999 season concluded, Joe was let go from the Royals contract, and at 30 years old, he signed with the San Diego Padres. Joe would spend 77 games in AAA that year and posted a .350 batting average for the Padres, making them have no other choice than calling Joe up to the majors. Joe responded putting up a respectable .250 batting average and a part-time role in 39 games for the Padres that year. Despite having the monster season in AAA for the Padres elected to let Joe go, and for the 2001 season, he again found himself as a free agent. This time, Joe decided to sign and go play baseball overseas in the Nippon Professional Baseball League in Japan, and he spent one season with the Oryx Blue Wave in 2001. After his one season with the Blue Wave, he would return to the United States, signing a contract with the Montreal Expos. His first year back to the United States in 2002, at 32 years old, he batted .329 and hit 16 home runs in AAA for the Expos in 2002. He didn't get a call-up in 2002. Despite getting Joe from the Expos, the San Francisco Giants didn't even put him on their major league roster and sent him down to AAA. After being let go by the Giants at the end of the season, he would again sign in 2004 with the Montreal Expos. He would go into spring training with the Expos, but they decided to release him on April 8th of 2004, right after spring training. After being let go by the Expos in spring training, he decided to sign with the Detroit Tigers, and the Detroit Tigers placed him in the AAA affiliate. At age 34, Joe appeared in 86 games, posting a .328 batting average and hitting 16 home runs for the Detroit Tigers AAA affiliate, finishing out the year. Despite having these solid numbers for the Tigers in 2004, Joe did not get a call to the major league by the Tigers, and the Tigers released him from his contract after the season concluded. After Joe was done in 2004, he moved back to California, and after doing a little bit of research, I found that he is working in real estate now in the San Diego area. So he must have enjoyed the time he was in San Diego, that's for sure, because that's where he is currently working in the real estate business to this day. So very happy to add Joe's autograph to the collection. Maybe one day I'll get lucky enough to see Bob Hamlin to get him to finish that off for me. So we'll move on to the next one. So this next one is another first round pick, and he also appears on a dual card. And this is Seth Etherton, who was a first round pick of the Anaheim Angels back in the 90s, the late 90s. And that is a major league card of him right there. Actually, they're all technically major league cards because he's shown in his major league uniform. Those aren't minor league cards. So let me tell you about Seth Etherton and his career in baseball. Seth Etherton, like Joe, was actually drafted in high school in the 16th round by the Florida Marlins, and then he chose not to sign and instead went to USC. The St. Louis Cardinals drafted him in the 9th round, but he chose not to sign and then returned for another season with USC, which paid off because he was selected in the first round of the 98 draft by the Anaheim Angels. After signing his first pro contract, Etherton was assigned to the AA affiliate of the Anaheim Angels, and he appeared in 9 games that first year in 1998. The following year, in 1999, he would split time between AA and AAA, where he would post a 10-12 record in 28 games started for the Angels' AA and AAA affiliates. The following year, in 2000, he would move up to AAA, and he would start 9 games total that year for their AAA affiliate. But on May 26, 2000, the Anaheim Angels called Seth Etherton up to the major leagues to make his major league debut. He would appear in 11 games, starting 11 games for the Angels that year, and he would post a 5-win and 1-loss record in those 11 decisions. After the 2000 season concluded, on December 10th, 2000, he was traded by the Angels to the Cincinnati Reds for a minor league shortstop. He missed all of the 2001 season and most of the 2002 season with the Reds because of shoulder surgery, and they made 7 starts for the Reds in 2003. In 2003, in 7 starts, he posted a 2-win and 4-loss record, and was then sent down to the minor leagues the following year to AA and AAA to get his groove back. In 2004, in the Reds' AAA and AA affiliate, he appeared in 26 games for the Reds that year, posting a 9-7 record split between those two affiliates. After the 2004 season ended, the Reds did not renew his contract, and he would then sign as a minor league free agent with the Oakland A's. He spent most of the season in AAA with the Sacramento Rivercats, but did have 3 starts in the majors for Oakland, where he posted a 1-1 record with a 6.6 ERA in those starts. After the 2005 season, the A's let him go, and he signed as a minor league free agent with the Kansas City Royals. In 2006, he was selected in the Rule 5 draft by the San Diego Padres, but after a short tenure with the Padres organization, he was returned to the Royals and would have finished out the year in 19 games between those 2 affiliates. After his time at the Royals, Etherton signed in 2007 to play in Korea for the Kia Tigers. He got a mysterious stomach illness that he was over while he was in Korea, and his time with Kia, he actually was released from his contract, and he returned to the United States and signed with the Florida Marlins to finish out that 2008 season. In 2009, he would sign with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He would appear in 28 games for their AAA affiliate, not getting a call up to the majors. In 2010, he would move on to the Los Angeles Dodgers AAA affiliate, where he would appear in 19 games to finish out the year. After his retirement as a player, he went into coaching. Most recently, he was coaching in the Cincinnati Reds organization. I am not sure if he's still with the Reds organization, but as of last year in 2022, he was. As of me shooting this video, I don't know the assignments of the minor league coaches, so I don't know if he's still with the Reds or if he has moved on to a different organization in a coaching capacity. So thank you, Mr. Etherton, for signing these. I'm hoping that I can track down Mr. Matt Birch as well. I'm pretty sure Birch did not play in the major leagues, but I'm going to try to see if I can track him down to get that card signed, because I know Birch also has a card in this set, and I have a stack of these laying around. So we'll move on to the next one. All right, so this final one is kind of a unique story. He is also a first-round pick, but he's known for a few other things outside of baseball. This is somebody that actually was kind of a pioneer in the internet, and that's the crazy thing that I'm going to tell you. So let me tell you about former Cincinnati Reds first-round draft pick C.J. Nitkowski on 2. There's a third as a Detroit Tiger. Here's another draft pick card of him, and a fifth minor league card. So I actually sent 5 this time to CJ because I had always wanted to get his autograph, and I never had an opportunity to do that. And part of the reason I wanted to get his autograph is not just because of his contributions to Major League Baseball, but he's also an actor. So I'm going to tell you about his acting career as well. Christopher John Nitkowski, or C.J. Nitkowski, was actually drafted in the first round by the Cincinnati Reds out of St. John's University in Queens, New York. The New Jersey native attended St. John's, and the left-handed throwing pitcher was assigned in 1994 to the Reds' Double-A affiliate, where he appeared in 14 games his first year as a professional. In 1995, he would start the year in Double-A again, but would be moved up to Triple-A quite fast, and he would actually finish his Major League debut on June 3rd, 1995 with the Reds, where he would appear in 9 games for the Reds that season. But he would then be traded on July 31st, 1995 to the Detroit Tigers for David Wells. He would finish out the 1995 season with Detroit, appearing in 11 games as a starter that year. In 1996, he would split time between AAA and the majors for the Detroit Tigers. During the 1996 offseason, before 1997, he was then traded by the Detroit Tigers to the Houston Astros. He would then spend the entire 1997 season in AAA for the Astros. In 1998, he would appear in 43 games as a reliever for the Astros out of their bullpen, posting a 3-3 record and a 3.77 ERA. After the 1998 season concluded, the Astros traded him back to the Detroit Tigers for Brad Ausmus. He would then become a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers for the second time in his career in 1999 and in 2000. In 2001, he was still with the Detroit Tigers, and he actually appeared in 56 games out of the bullpen for the Tigers that year, until on September 2nd, right before the end of the season, he was traded to the New York Mets, where he finished out the 2001 season. After the 2001 season concluded, he signed as a free agent with the Texas Rangers. He would appear in 12 games for the Rangers at the major league level, but in 2003, he would spend the majority of his time in AAA for the Rangers. In 2004, he signed with the Atlanta Braves. However, they released him on June 29th. He would later sign as a free agent with the New York Yankees. He would finish out the year in 2004 in the Yankees bullpen, appearing in 19 games. After the 2004 season ended, he signed as a free agent with the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins decided to release him in spring training, and he went back to Detroit for a third time and only spent from April 6th to May 26th with the Tigers before they decided to release him. He then signed as a free agent with the Washington Nationals and finished out the 2005 season with the Nationals. He then would sign a minor league deal with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2006, and actually he had a very superb year, posting a 2.97 ERA in 58 games in the bullpen for the Pirates AAA affiliate, and never got a call up to the majors, which is amazing because it's the Pirates. After his time with the Pirates, he decided to sign and play in Asia. He played in the Nippon Professional Baseball League and the Korean Baseball League from 2007 to 2011. He would return to the United States after the 2011 season, and the 39-year-old Nitkowski signed with the New York Mets. The Mets assigned him to their minor league affiliate, where he appeared in 21 games for the Mets and posted a 5.68 ERA. After the 2012 season, Nitkowski finally hung up the cleats as a Major League Baseball player. So a couple things that I want to talk about Nitkowski is after he retired as a player, a couple things happened in his life. One, he was in the movie 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, as he was portraying pitcher Dutch Leonard in that movie. Ironically, that movie was shot at Ingle Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is where he made his professional debut way back when, in 1994. So the stadium where everything began actually ended with him as an actor in that same exact stadium that this young man right here started his career as a professional baseball player. Another thing that Nitkowski was involved in Hollywood was he was actually the technical consultant for the short-lived Fox drama Pitch, which was the television show about the first women baseball player. A few other things about Nitkowski that are really cool about his career is way back in 1997, Nitkowski was one of the first people to develop a website chronicling his baseball career. The website www.cjbaseball.com is where he posted his ongoing personal diaries and journeys through the big leagues. But I will definitely link it down here at the bottom if you want to check that out. Another thing about Nitkowski, after his playing career, while he was shooting movies and etc., from 2013 to 16, he got on CBS Sports Radio. In 2017, he transitioned to the Texas Rangers, one of the teams that he played for, and he became a radio/TV commentator for them. And as far as I know, Nitkowski is still with the Texas Rangers in that capacity. So, in total, C.J. Nitkowski played 10 years in the major leagues. He played for 8 different major league teams. He played for some of those teams a couple times, whether you count their minor league time or their major league time. And he also played overseas in both the Korean Baseball League and the Japanese Professional Baseball League till the age of 39. So if CJ ever gets around to this, maybe he's already done this, could you imagine the book that this guy could write? From his journey from New York, playing in college, to being a first-round draft pick, to bouncing around all over the majors and the minor leagues as a left-handed pitcher, to playing in Japan, to playing in Nippon professional baseball. I mean, the guy obviously has some great journalism and broadcasting and storytelling abilities. I think it'd be great if CJ decided to write a book, because I think it would be a good read for baseball, especially for somebody that played during that era. So I want to thank CJ for signing my cards. I want to thank Seth as well for signing these. I also want to thank Joe for signing his cards for me as well. Hopefully these dual signed cards you'll see in the near future and future videos. I hope you enjoyed this episode learning about the career of all four former first round picks. I look forward to your comments below, and as always, happy collecting.